Welcome back to another episode of Crave TV. Today we're here at Green Bluff and we're specifically at High Country Orchard first, picking some apples, and really I'm looking for Adam's apple. Oh, I think I might have found it. Adam?
Hey Chandler. Welcome to Crave TV. Hi, I'm Adam Hegstead, chef and restaurateur in the Northwest. I'm all about the people because that's what hospitality is built on.
Hi, I'm Chandler Baird, local foodie and lifestyle influencer at Spokane Eats. I'm all about highlighting our local eateries and the communities that support them.
Crave TV is a telling of stories through visiting the places and restaurants, meeting the people who make it happen, and talking to the chefs who help create this amazing industry. This is Crave TV. Nice to see you.
Wow, Adam,
Right there. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you. Welcome
Well,
to High Country.
Thank you so much.
We'd love to see what you have going on here. Will you give us a tour?
Yeah, let's go.
All right, so what do you have growing here?
These are all of our cherry trees.
Okay. What else do you guys grow here?
We have peach trees and a couple of apple trees and some plum and pear.
Okay, cool.
And you can come pick yourself or just visit your store and grab what you guys
We have you
picked.
pick open whenever the fruit is ripe, or we will pre-pick early in the mornings and you can head on up and grab what we've already picked.
And how long has that orchard been here?
Oh, this orchard, High Country began, I think, around 22 years ago.
Okay, so that's
So
quite
it's
a long
established,
time.
yeah.
And you guys have your store and your cafe. You have like a little event space, right?
Yeah, we do weddings, so we can do...
Actually had my reception here.
Oh, yeah?
Like, gosh, 10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes, we do weddings and events, birthday parties, anniversaries, all sorts of stuff.
And I love that you're so family friendly. Like you have lots of play sets and the animals for the kids to play with.
Yeah, that's the goal. Keep it family friendly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what are some of the things you want to work on for the future? Like, what are some things coming up?
Yeah, so for next year, we're going to start a CSA, which is a community-supported agriculture, and we are going to plant way more produce than we ever have, and we're going to offer it as a share.
Yeah.
And then we're also going to start grass-fed beef shares.
That's cool.
I farmed in Arizona for a long time, and I'm just wanted to bring up some of my ideas up here because they're really successful.
Yeah, no, I love that idea to being able to, the CSA farm model, being able to share that with the community and
that's what
have everybody
it's all
sort of
about.
being involved.
Yeah.
And, I love that idea.
And then basically the community purchases like a box every so often, right?
Yeah.
And then,
Yep.
I'm totally going to be a customer.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yes.
that'd be awesome.
Cool. Okay. What else do you want to show us?
Let's go see our pumpkin patch.
All right, so
Okay, so obviously we're in your pumpkin patch. So how does this work if people want to come pick their own pumpkins?
People can come up and just go through the whole patch and pick whichever ones they like, and we just charge them by the pound.
Perfect.
like, how many pumpkins do you sell in a year?
Yeah.
Oh gosh,
So many.
thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands of pumpkins.
And you have a couple different varieties in here. You have
Yeah.
like these
Turban
ones
ones.
here.
I love the turban ones.
Yeah, we grew a bunch. We've got a lot of white in here. We've got the pie pumpkins and then the carving pumpkins, obviously. Along this back, you can see there's a whole bunch of gourds. We grew
Oh yeah.
probably 12 different varieties of gourds over on that side.
How cool.
Do you cook with any of these in particular?
You can cook with most of them. There are some that don't taste good, some gourds.
good,
The
yeah.
gourds you don't want to eat.
Yeah.
But the squash and the winter squash
Yeah.
and the pumpkins are great.
Cool.
Fabulous. And you were saying the ones you don't sell, you feed to your animals?
Yes, nothing goes to waste on a farm. So
Yeah.
if there are pumpkins that don't sell, we'll save the seeds and feed the rest of the animals.
What do you think the biggest pumpkin you guys grew this year was? How many pounds?
It's up at the front. It's heavy. It's
Oh, it
probably
is?
70 pounds.
Oh my gosh. How long does that take to grow?
A few months. We planted early June.
Wow. So you'll save some of those seeds and replant and see how big you can get
for
them?
sure. Yeah.
Fun. Cool. All right, what's next? Pumpkin donuts?
Let's go do it.
All right.
Let's go.
Donuts it is.
All right, so we had to make a little pit stop in
Oh
this
my gosh.
beautiful area.
Look at this flower. It's
That's
like
huge.
heavy. It's like 10 pounds.
So what do you have going on here?
These are all dahlias.
Okay. And when did you guys plant them?
They all got planted this last winter.
Okay.
They're bulbs, so you plant them in the winter
grew
and they
so
have
fast.
to freeze and then they grow in the spring. Yeah.
Okay.
They did really well.
Wow. Do you
These
sell
are
the
gorgeous.
bulbs?
You can come cut as many as you'd like and it's $2 a stem.
Okay.
Wow.
And then you just make your own bouquet and you
Yeah.
can, oh,
Yeah. And sometimes I'll come out here and cut a few huge bouquets and we'll just sell them in the store.
So
some
smart.
people
And this
don't
is
wanna
something brand new that you added, right?
Yeah, this is brand new for High Country.
Okay, so we hear the machine cranking. What's going on here?
We are making our pumpkin donuts.
Yeah, we're in Green Bluff. We have to get pumpkin
Of
donuts.
course,
right?
you just smell it
part of
upon
it.
arrival.
Yeah.
So what about your batter? Tell us, what's the secret? Don't tell us the secret, but why are your donuts so great?
You can tell me the secret later.
We use real pumpkin puree and spices in our donut batter,
Which
which
makes
makes
them
them
fresh throughout the day.
Yeah, all day we make them.
Can we only get them in the fall, or can we get them year round?
We'll make them year round, like on the weekends, like through the summer, just like a Saturday, Sunday thing. But then in October, it's every day.
Nice.
Gotcha.
Okay. I'm sure it's a little crazy
Cool.
around here for donuts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so show us how it's done.
Okay. It's pretty simple. Machine does everything for you.
You gonna get one of these in your house?
Definitely, yeah. These look pretty cheap. I can.
I've done one of these. There you go.
Oh,
That's the donut
baby.
machine.
And how many does it make? What's the time?
It
frame?
can make about 70 dozen in an hour.
Okay, that's not bad.
As long as we keep the batter up and the oil
Yeah,
level
yeah.
up. That's
Yeah.
the one
Yeah.
thing we have to really do.
Oh my gosh. Do y'all only do pumpkin, or do you experiment with other flavors?
We experimented with a lot of other flavors, but nothing else really sold.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we did like a lemon, we did an apple, we did a chocolate one, and people just wanted pumpkin. So I was like, let's just make it easy. We'll just do pumpkin.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, why
Dang.
complicate it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would definitely buy a chocolate one.
Yeah, you say that now.
I do. Test me.
Next to a pumpkin, though, would you still buy the chocolate one?
Maybe.
Yeah.
If it wasn't fall.
Yeah.
Just switch it up. There we go.
There they go.
A little magic on there.
Heck yeah. Get myself ready. Thank
Not
you.
excited, probably.
Yeah, no. I've been waiting all day for this.
You're welcome.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, they're
All right.
nice and toasty and fresh.
So we got some fresh donuts. Now on to get some mead.
Yep. Join us after the commercial break for more Crave TV.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
So good and hot.
Yeah, they're hot.
Ooh. Hello.
How's it going there?
Good. How are you?
Welcome up. Thanks for dropping by.
Of course.
Yeah, thanks for
This
having
looks
us. We're excited
incredible.
to hear about the process.
For sure. Awesome. So, first timers to the Green Bluff, maybe?
No, we've been up
Definitely
here
not.
quite a bit.
Quite
yeah.
a bit. Awesome. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for dropping by and giving us a shot. So we want to have a good idea of what mead is. then.
Yeah, Let's tell
Yeah,
us.
tell us all about
mead.
it.
So mead is an alcoholic beverage that is made from honey.
Okay.
So what makes us different is wine is made from fruit, beer is made from grains, we're made from honey. So that's what makes us our own thing.
And where do you guys produce it out of? Do you produce it out of
So
here?
right now we produce everything out of Whidbey Island in
Okay.
the Seattle area, the Puget Sound area. Of
And
Washington.
the honey comes from.
Honey is all Washington sourced.
Very
A
cool.
lot of it is Deer Park or Central Washington.
So truly Northwest.
Love that.
Yes, Pacific Northwest as much as we possibly can. Keep it
Yeah,
local.
That's
so.
great. And so tell us about some of your favorites
Yeah.
here.
So we do have the two different styles here that we work on. So
Okay.
we have this line over here. That's going to be kind of our session style. So
Little spritz to it.
Yeah, so there's sparkling to it.
Okay.
It's kind of cider-like feel to
Okay.
it. Very seasonal on this line. We work with local farmers and make local flavors when the ingredients are available to us.
Very
So
cool.
Every 3 months, we just come up with a different style there and keep it fresh and fun. So.
What's seasonal right now?
So right now, the big sellers are going to be that spiced apple
Yep.
and that butter bee. Those are big ones. The chai is also a
Kind
very
of like
popular
butterbeer.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
Yeah, those are all.
Yeah, and I thought that I saw the hopped one. And I was like, that's very interesting. To add that little bit of those bitter notes to that. I think
Absolutely.
that really
Yeah.
balance it out. So.
Yeah.
And so people can just come in and do a tasting or buy bottles. How does it typically work?
Yeah, so I normally gravitate for people to do a flight because a lot of people don't really know what mead is.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and we're very different than other
that's why we're here.
makers. Yeah.
Yeah, we're here to educate.
So a lot of people have that conception as well that mead's going to be really thick and syrupy and heavy.
Yeah.
I like to.
People have had that
more.
experience before. That's
Right.
probably part of it, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
And they think of honey, And they're like thinking of this thick, syrupy sort of liquid.
Definitely not.
Absolutely, and they think of Vikings and fruit forward stuff and
Yeah.
all that. So we just focus more on that Mediterranean style. So I like to get people in it and do the flight. So when I do my flights, I do 4 of my traditional styles. These guys are going to be that more 12% wine-like style. That's
Yeah.
why some people call it honey wine.
Mm-hmm.
But these are going to be that drier, more botanical forward styles. So I do 4 of those and then 4 of my sparkling styles, and it gets you a good variety
try
of
'em
kinda
out.
what
Cool.
we do.
And so when you're making this style, so is there anything else that's added to it? Is it just straight honey and water and yeast, or?
Yeah, so a basic mead is just going to be water, honey, and yeast. So that's what our Chrysopia here is going to be.
Okay.
The rest of these are going to be built off of this.
Okay.
So this is the base. The rest of these are
Got
going to
it.
be kind of infusions from the different herbs and spices that we
Okay,
like to use.
interesting.
So.
And do
Yeah.
we have to come here to purchase, or are you available elsewhere online?
Yeah, so we ship all over the nation. We are in Yolks and Fred Meyer's, a few Safeways, Total Wine, Huckleberries, co-ops, farmers markets. We're all
Okay.
over Washington and the Pacific Northwest in general. So
And how long have you guys been here? Or
we're working
making
on
wine?
11 years,
11 years,
in
okay.
this location here. And then the Whidbey location is working on 2 years now. So.
Okay.
Okay.
Great.
And what area of Green Bluff do you call this? Is it like?
Well, this would be the East Loop.
Okay.
So there's the 2 loops, the West
Okay.
and the East Loop.
So people know. So people
Yeah.
know. East Loop.
East
Yeah.
Loop?
Absolutely.
And you have all these fun farm animals outside. What's that about?
Absolutely, yes. So that is Higher Ground Animal Sanctuary. It's a nonprofit, donation-based animal rescue. So we are 2 different businesses,
Okay.
but we share a location. Yeah, that's all rescue animals that we go around and save and bring them here. We try to rehabilitate them, find them homes, or they stay here and live out their lives. So.
Well, Chandler wanted to take a mule home.
I was
so
hoping
We do have
for-
Donnie
yes.
out there,
Yeah.
but
I heard they
Donnie's
scare away
not
the-
going anywhere.
Do they scare away the cougars? Is that true? Or did we
Yeah,
make that
donkeys
up?
are known for scaring away cougars.
You
They're
see?
loud.
Dang, throw it in your Land Cruiser.
All right. So we can come get wine and take home like a sheep or something fun.
We got
Not
puppies,
the
It depends how
puppies
much-
and kitties and
Oh,
all sorts
okay.
of fun stuff.
I think it depends how much meat you've had.
Right.
That's
Let's
true.
get, the idea gets better.
It's
right?
smart that you guys are very nice to each other. So
Cool.
what's your favorite?
Yeah, so we are pretty seasonal, so it kind of changes for me. On the traditional side, I really like the lemon balm. It's nice and light. I'm slightly acidic, a lot of herbal notes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like the hopped if I'm going something a little bit more casual, if I want to have like a burger or something. And then the Hawthorne Tulsi is probably my all-time favorite.
Okay.
Tulsi and holy basil in there. It's savory. It has that kind of appley note to it in there, and it ages really well. I like to cellar that one for a couple of years and bring
Awesome.
it out. So.
And y'all's branding is just beautiful. We need to definitely highlight that. I love all the colors and everything is like bee puns, right? You even
Well,
have like a hive.
Our butterbeef
fan.
for sure is kind of that,
Yeah.
that bee pun for sure. But yeah, it's all just honey-based stuff there. So we try to push the local honey vibe.
Totally.
Yeah, I love it. All right, well, let's get into sampling some stuff.
We want to roll with the flight. So number 1 here is going to be the Chrysopia,
Go
which
ahead.
is this guy. Just water, honey, and yeast. This is
Okay.
about the most basic form of mead that you can get. Again, we go on that drier side, the off-dry side, so less sweet. But it is honey, so you're always going to get a perception of sweetness no
'Cause the
matter what we do.
aromatics. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So it's going to be kind of on that drier Riesling or sweeter Sauv Blanc feel.
Okay.
going on there.
Okay.
And then, number 2
It does
is
definitely
gonna-
have like that sort of Riesling sort of flavor to it.
Yeah, just a little bit of that kind of sweetness
Yeah.
on the end
Yeah.
there for sure. 2 is that rose cardamom. That's one of our number 1 sellers. Basically, again, it's just Chrysopia with rose leaf and cardamom spice. 6, which is what you're on now, that's going to be our lavender citrus. It is going to be on that sweeter end. Citrus does elevate sweetness, so that is going to be a pretty popular one as well.
Well, and sometimes the lavender is overbearing, but I think it's like a really good balance there.
And that's a fun lavender. It is from the lavender farm down the road. It's a culinary
Oh,
lavender
fun.
that we get from those guys and throw it in there. So it's low on camphor and high on the aromatics there. So
Which farm is that?
Florida Providence, I believe.
Is it the one right on?
Yeah, it's right on the
South Spokane
highway
Road?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're one of the first businesses you run into.
Love that.
Yeah.
Supporting your neighbors.
We always try to. It's all a
Yeah.
big family up on the Green Bluff, that's for sure.
Ooh.
16 there, so that's going to be the peach. It's one of our August releases. Very light, not too heavy on the palate, sparkling. It's just meant to be a
Nice and friendly.
nice drinkable,
Yeah.
sit down, hang out type drink. 23, so that one's going to be that Butterbee. So basically cream soda. You got marshmallow root and butterscotch in there. It is sweeter on the sweeter end, but still light on the palate. Slight bitterness from that marshmallow root, but very popular. And then last off, spiced apple. Basically apple pie in a glass with booze in it. So
No one's going to complain about that.
yeah, that's a
That's
pretty
really good.
popular fall time flavor for all of us there. So.
And our last one.
Yeah,
Number
12 is
12.
going to be the chai.
Okay.
So just more of a vanilla chai. It's not much of a spicy chai. Just a lot of different botanicals in there. That one also has a few different mushrooms in it.
That's
as
really good.
well. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
It's fantastic. Yeah, well, thank you so much. I really appreciate you kind of explaining mead to us, showing us some of the amazing products you guys have. And
Awesome.
And we
having
can
us
look
in.
really cool and educated to our friends when we talk about mead.
Right?
So thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, do you want to head over to the farmhouse?
Let's go.
All right.
Join us after the commercial break for more Crave TV.
All right, we're in Green Bluff. Headed into the farmhouse to see Crystal.
Hi.
Hello. How are you?
Good.
So, what is this all about?
Well, right now we are in front of our barn. This
Okay.
is where we hold weddings throughout the summer, late spring, and into the fall.
I think this is a pretty beautiful setting.
Thank
Stunning.
you.
Look at
Weddings
this,
and
look at
baby
this.
showers. I had my baby
Yes,
shower here.
yes.
So any like private event, right?
Yes. The smaller events we're going to be kind of transitioning to our greenhouse at the front when we're not
Oh.
using it as an actual greenhouse. So
Such
yeah,
a serene, beautiful setting out here.
Yes.
Thank you.
You've done such a good job. What was this before? Was it just land?
It was just a giant hayfield, just 22
okay.
acres of hay. So
And how long have you guys been here?
we bought the property in 2018. We built in 2019, and we were ready for weddings in March of 2020.
Okay, that's perfect timing.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of people were on that time
Yeah.
frame. Yeah. Well, you've made it work. You've done such a good job. And I know, like, we've talked about this before. You said one day you guys, your family was just at Green Bluff and you saw this property and kind of just, like, went for it.
Yeah, we when we bought the property in fall of 2018, we actually didn't buy this with any intention of a wedding venue or any of that stuff. Thought maybe it might be cool to sell some mums to complement the pumpkin patches, but that was about it. Looking into the zoning, if you don't farm, you have to pay 10 years of back taxes, turning your land into residential land. So we were going to be farmers no matter what it took. So the
Okay.
first year we planted 2,500 mums. And then after that, we started looking around. Our house wasn't even begun construction yet, and we kind of just seen what other people were doing and thought a wedding venue would be fun. So we kind of added that in to the mix. We've planted 1,000 Christmas trees. We have a pumpkin patch. We do you pick tulips. And then this past spring, we just planted a little over an acre of Vidal Blanc grapes.
Oh, that's great.
Goodness.
You should definitely go check that out.
Yeah. Will you give us a little tour?
Yeah, absolutely. Come on in.
What a beautiful space.
Stunning. Yes. The lighting, the colors, like the decor, you've done such a good job.
Thank you. We can hold up to about 200 people total for weddings and events.
Okay.
How many weddings did y'all do this year?
We do one weekend, so from May to October, so that's right at about 25.
Wow.
great.
And you're booking every weekend because y'all are like, who wouldn't want to get married here?
Yeah, it's so beautiful.
I mean,
It's nice giving couples the day before and the day after to kind of come in and decorate,
yeah.
and then the day
Go
to come
clean
back
up.
and get
Yeah,
all their stuff.
yeah.
It's just a little less stressful.
Stunning.
Cool.
Thank you.
Go check out the grapes.
Yes.
All right.
This is lovely. So where are we now?
We are in our new vineyard. We just planted this spring.
Okay.
These are our Vidal Blanc grapes, which is a white grape. So we're
Okay.
planning to make sparkling wine with them. And
cool.
next year we'll get a first harvest. It'll be pretty small, but enough time to give us some practice with it. And then the following year we should get a pretty.
So you have a lot of things happening here. So you have
Yeah.
the start of the start of a grapes here. You have pumpkins and mums, and the event center. So a lot of great things happening.
You just went all in. Because why not?
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
And explain, like we were talking about how there's some weeds. Why,
We're really cautious about spray on our property, so this whole season we haven't used any out here. What we plan to do is actually kind of trim around them, and we've got some protectors we're going to put around each grape to hopefully minimize that, and then also protect them from the deer a little bit, and that way we can be a
Oh
little
yeah,
more
I'm sure that's a little
sustainable.
bit of an issue.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's great. Yeah, so then we'll have to come back.
Yeah, we'll be back next year. We'll try it and let you know. I'm sure it'll be amazing. Cool. So should we check out your
Let's see
little
what's
farmhouse up by the road?
Yeah, we do have some wine that we've contracted with a couple of vineyards over in Quincy. So
Okay.
they've been
Oh.
working with us to make those 4 bottles right now, and then eventually we'll be able to do our own.
Okay, cool. Let's go see that.
Okay.
All right, so we're here.
This is your flower shop, is that what you call it?
That's what we call it, as our
Yeah.
flower shop, yes.
Okay. And so you guys specialize in mums.
Mums in the fall, yep.
Okay.
And then in the spring we do you pick tulips, and then we'll have hanging baskets this year too.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
All the fun stuff.
Tell us about the sparkling wine.
Well, we have 4 different wines.
Okay.
Right now we're working with 2 different vineyards over in the Quincy area, so they're all Columbia Valley grapes.
Okay.
So this is our sparkling.
All right.
And then we have 2 reds, Cab, Sauv, and then a Tempranillo, and then we have a Chardonnay.
Oh, okay, cool. Let's try it.
Fabulous. And what else do you guys do here? So you have like your fall fest, and you guys do coffee, right? And like,
No coffee.
oh, you don't did you used to do coffee?
We did coffee last year, but it took too long per customers, and
Yeah.
Fall Festival's pretty busy, so
Yeah.
we
Oh,
want to
yeah,
make
I'm
sure
sure.
we can get people in. So just wine. We do have local beer on draft, so we can have beer, wine, and then we've got live music in the fall, and then we invite vendors to come up too, so people can shop, and the pumpkin patch.
You guys do anything else like during the rest of the year, like spring or summer? Or...
So in the spring is the you pick tulips, but kind of the same thing, mimosas.
Is there like a festival
hanging
sort of
baskets. Yeah,
vibe?
we have
Yeah.
vendors there too. Our hanging baskets, we're probably going to be doing a DIY hanging basket so people can
Okay.
make their own.
Cute.
So I think that'd be nice to make grandma a basket.
Yeah.
Tiptoe through the
Yep.
tulips.
And then in 3.5 years, we can come shop your Christmas trees.
Yep,
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
going to take a little while, but eventually maybe we'll do wreath making and all of that as well.
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Gosh, you just do it all.
We're trying.
Yeah. Just buy a farm and start doing
Just
every single
go all the way in.
Yeah,
All
yeah, I love
Try
it.
it all to see what works, what
Yes,
sticks. Yeah.
yes. Thanks for having us, Crystal. Join us next week for another episode of Crave TV. Cheers.